Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It was a treat to be able to see so many beautiful Black babies and youth and the images and the videos that just followed. Today has been a phenomenal day. And I have the great privilege of introducing Dr. Jasmine Zapata, PhD, MD, MPH, for our afternoon Black Girls Excellence panel. If you know Dr. Jasmine Zapata, you know that she wears many, many hats. Dr. Zapata is a dynamic leader, a pediatrician, published author, speaker, and health equity advocate. Dr. Zapata was recently named Chief Medical Officer and State Epidemiologist for Community Health at the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. Dr. Zapata is also an assistant professor, mother, wife, researcher, and educator at the University of Wisconsin Department of Pediatrics. She has many, many passions, and inside and outside the clinic, you can find Dr. Zapata working to empower and inspire young girls to make healthy choices, embrace their inner beauty, cultivate their resilience, and never give up on their dreams. This passion led Dr. Zapata to found and launch Beyond Beautiful, an international girls empowerment movement. Jasmine Zapata has developed a financial literacy program for school age youth and wrote Beyond Beautiful, a social economic empowerment book for girls of all backgrounds. She is also the faculty director of The Ladder, a partnership between UW School of Medicine and Public Health and the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County. The Ladder is a long-term mentorship offering for scholars of diverse backgrounds. Dr. Zapata is passionate about helping develop innovative strategies to combat racial inequities in maternal and child health in Madison and beyond. And she is a member of the Black Maternal and Child Health Alliance. Child, Dr. Zapata is amazing. And I am privileged to be able to introduce Dr. Zapata, who will be introducing the panel and the youth who are here with us today. Dr. Zapata.
Yes, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Somebody was looking me up and writing that stuff. I didn't send all that stuff in, but thank you. I'm so excited to that you mentioned that, because today is a day to celebrate Black girl excellence. We have had some amazing sessions so far. If you have just been empowered and uplifted and inspired by the sessions we've had so far, just put me in the chat or put yes in the chat, something in the chat if you have been empowered by today. Well, the thing that just gets me so excited and fired up is all of this energy of Black women deserve. Well, our Black baby girls, our young ladies are our future, and they deserve everything and more. And so today we're going to be talking about Black girl excellence. And so sometimes even I get shy when people list off all of the different accomplishments or my background. Sometimes I'm like, oh, don't say all that. But guess what? I am an example that when you believe in your dreams, when you never let go, when you stay focused, you can let your light shine and you can make a true impact in this world. So we need to be unapologetic about our greatness, about our beauty, about our how amazing and fabulous we are as Black women. And that is my goal, to pour that into Black young women. So you know what? Thank you, Miss Hamilton, for reading that. I was a little embarrassed reading off all that stuff and putting the attention on me, but you know what? I'm going to let my light shine. And I want that to be an example for all of my mentees, all of the young ladies that I work with, to let their light shine too. So I am so excited to be here today for this amazing panel. We have some amazing young teen girls that are going to be talking to us. We're going to be having some real talk about their futures, what young Black women deserve, and how they can reach their dreams and what they need from us as older Black women, or what they need from us as a community to reach their goals and be supported. So if you are excited about figuring out how you can support young Black women, put me in the chat. Let's keep this chat fired up. I wish we were in person, but we're about to light up the chat in here, okay? So we're going to meet three phenomenal teen young ladies. Some of them are from Madison, some of them from Atlanta. We're going to be talking to young ladies from all over. We also are going to have, if you stay till the end, we have a song that I wrote. I'm not going to sing it today, but we have an amazing young lady who's going to sing the song that really embodies that Black women deserve and that we're worth it. We're beautiful. We're phenomenal, but we're going to put it into it. We wrote a song that we're going to sing at the end. And then one thing that I'm so excited about, that it is the fact that I have two fabulous co-hosts with me today. Okay. Everybody always tells me, Dr. Jazz, how do you do it all? You're doing too much. You're doing so much. How do you do it all? Well, I have some amazing young women that have been by my side for many, many years. They're both getting ready to be doctors. They're on their path to medical school as well. And they are fierce and they are fabulous. And they're going to help me co-host today. It is, I don't want to say time to pass the torch because I'm not going anywhere, but I believe in being able to pour into other leaders. And these two leaders that I'm getting ready to introduce, they're going to actually help me co-host today. They are two phenomenal, phenomenal young women. And I'm going to actually take the time to read their bios because I want to uplift and encourage them. And I want you to uplift and encourage them in the chat too. Okay. So my first co-host, fierce and fabulous. Her name is Jade Norman, and she's a health equity and diversity inclusion representative advocate in Atlanta. She obtained her master's in health sciences degree from Meharry Medical College in Nashville, where she's currently based and is a future physician most interested in women's health specialty. She is also co-author of Beyond Beautiful, a girl's guide to studying self-care and staying focused during difficult times. Okay. She's a national speaker and mentor to many, and most notably focusing on overcoming obstacles, merging grace, goals, grind, and gratitude, personal branding, self-advocacy, and thriving as a professional Black woman in America. To fulfill her love for philanthropy and mentorship, she serves as administrative lead of the Madam Dreamers Academy, an all-female private membership group of 1,600 underrepresented minority women interested in medicine. In this role, she works to maintain a pipeline program by facilitating meaningful connections and providing opportunities for personal, academic, and professional growth, and does so many other phenomenal things. So let's just give a virtual clap for Jade. This girl supports me so much. We've planned national tours together, events. She supports so many people, and I love her so much. Our next co-host that's coming up to co-host with me, because these are the leaders of the future, and I really want us to uplift and celebrate this Black girl excellence here, is Minyana Mason. She's an author, educator, scientist, and advocate for diversity, equity, inclusion, and loves supporting the youth of the next generation. She has a bachelor's of science degree in community health from the University of Illinois Urbana and a master of science in biotechnology from Rush University. Her passion is holistic, specialized care. She works in health equity and cultural competence. She spends a lot of time enriching other people and uplifting people's lives. She is also a co-author in Beyond Beautiful Volume 2, because we gotta get more Black authors. Look at these beautiful Black, wonderful Black women authors. And her chapter is inspired by youth needing encouragement with their identity. She aims to encourage young women to never give up in hard times. And so sometimes it takes a while to read those bios, but it is so important to celebrate these young up and coming. They're not even up and coming. They're already there. These young, phenomenal leaders who have just been such a uplifting to me in my life. So you know what? I'm gonna just turn it over to them so they can co-host. This session, and then welcome our panelists.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Jazz, for that amazing intro to our session today. I'm so glad for everyone being here. I'm just so thrilled. This has been a great day so far, and I love keeping momentum because we deserve these bios. We deserve everything we've worked for, and we're just here to support. And so, with Black Girl Excellence, I'm going to introduce our one of our panelists. Her name is Lamar Howard. She is from Madison, Wisconsin. She is in the eighth grade and she loves walks, which is a really good self care tip. So, from the eighth grader in the back, hello, Lamara. How are you today? Welcome.
Hi, everyone. I am so excited to have the pleasure of introducing two of our other amazing panelists. So we have Trinity Chairmont, representing Girls of Excellence Inc. She is a senior at KIP Atlanta Collegiate, of course, in Atlanta, Georgia. We also have Kennedy Bozeman, also representing Girls of Excellence Inc. He is a freshman at KIP Atlanta Collegiate. So we are so excited to have you all here with us today. And we're feeling the energy. One thing about Dr. Jasmine and all of us, we love the chat box. That's where we get our energy. That's how we keep it up. So please keep flooding the chat box. We love to see all of these amazing and inspirational comments. So we are going to start by announcing our surprise giveaways. So you've seen Erin dropping a link. She just dropped it in the chat box to enter in our giveaways. So we have 17 honey pot bundles that we are going to give away at the end of this session. And we also have a variety of other surprise giveaways for this session. So make sure that you take time to click the link. We're going to drop it a couple more times. 7 bundles, yes. Make sure you click the link and enter in for the giveaways. So we're going to go ahead and keep the chat box energy flowing by starting with some icebreaker questions. So you've gotten to know Dr. Jazz, you've gotten to know us, and then you've also gotten a chance to know our panelists. So we want to take the chance to get to know you. So let's start by asking some questions. One, I know we talked about it already, but we want to see it flood the chat box. What city and state are you from? What city and state are you from? Madison, Wisconsin.
Chi-Town from Minneapolis.
Well, y'all already know I'm representing Atlanta, but I'm now in Nashville. Awesome. I see some great
Indiana,
Chicago, Madison,
Detroit.
Madison, Wisconsin. Awesome. Awesome. Number 2, who's your favorite musical artist? Who's your favorite musical artist?
All right, I'm seeing some good ones in here in the chat. Beyonce, okay. Gail, I want to see you do some Beyonce dance next time.
Okay, moving on. What's your favorite outside activity? I love taking walks in the park, especially on a scenic trail where I can be nosy and people watch and look at all the plants and everything.
I like kickball. We just won our game last night.
All right, next question. What's your favorite food? This one I can't really pick, so. Your favorite food? Pizza. Thai food. Nice. Rice. Grilled whole fish. I don't think I've heard that one. Jackfruit, really? Wow, jackfruit. Italian and sushi. Yep. Sweet potatoes, yams. Yeah, sushi. Okay, last one. If you could have one superpower of being invisible or flying, which one would you choose? If you could have one superpower between being invisible or flying, which one would you choose? Dr. Jazz, which one would you choose?
I think invisible would be nice, but I want to fly because it seems it would be more fun.
Yeah.
I might
Kennedy,
be able to make
which
some
one
money
would
being invisible, but but I would have more fun if I could fly. So I'm gonna pick flying.
flying? Kennedy, what about you? Which one would you choose, being invisible or flying?
Um, if I got to choose, I think I would say flying, just because I get to go anywhere easy and fast.
That is true. You will be all the traffic if you could fly. I see lots of flying invisible makes people watching better. I definitely feel that one, Tamika. Yep. I'd probably pick being invisible as well. Okay, ability to time travel, flying, invisible flyer. Awesome. So thank you all for participating in our icebreaker questions. I just want to reiterate that we do have 7 Honey Pot bundles that we're going to give away at the end, in addition to various other surprise giveaways. So you've seen Aaron drop the giveaway form in the chat box. So make sure that you take time throughout the session to complete that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Miona.
Oh, it was so awesome learning more about our audience today. Y'all was getting it in on that food. I was like, let me write these down. So, in our next part of this program, we have our special guest. Dr. Jazz kind of mentioned it earlier about our song for Beyond Beautiful. Will be sung by Johanna Mason, also known as Johanna Marie from the Journey Joesque. She is a brand owner, recording artist, songwriter, and ministry leader. Johanna has a passion for community engagement and identity development, seeking justice and healing for all, and building impactful teams. Johanna loves the arts and believes that the arts tell our story. She aspires to make sure our story gets told in a way that empowers us, challenges us, and gives us high hopes for all that we can be. And a fun fact, she is my younger sister. So I'm so excited for her to sing our Beyond Beautiful poem and song. And we just hope that it uplifts you too as well. And so, Johanna, turn it over. Take it away, sis. Take it away.
Thanks so much. I'm so glad to be with y'all and to share these amazing words written by Dr. Jasmine. I hope that they empower you and that you're inspired and encouraged by them. Today will be a great day. I'll achieve all I set my mind to. I cannot be stopped, no. I can do anything I want to. Today will be a great day. I'll achieve all I set my mind to. I cannot be stopped, no. I can do anything I want to. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm courageous, I'm resilient, confident and creative. I'm talented, intelligent, unique and innovative. I'm worth it, I deserve it. I'm treasured and loved. I deserve every blessing that is coming from above. Courageous and resilient, confident and creative, talented, intelligent, unique and innovative. I'm worth it, I deserve it. I'm treasured and loved. I deserve every blessing that is coming from above. Today will be a great day. I'll achieve achieve all I set my mind to. I cannot be stopped, no. I can do anything I want to. And today will be a great day. I'll achieve all I set my mind to. And I cannot be stopped, no. I can do anything I want to. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm courageous, I'm resilient, confident and creative, talented, intelligent, unique and innovative. I'm worth it, I deserve it, treasured and loved. I deserve every blessing that is coming from above. Courageous and resilient, confident and creative, talented, intelligent, unique and innovative. I'm worth it, I deserve it. I'm treasured and loved. I deserve every blessing that is coming from above. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm beyond beautiful. And I'm beyond beautiful. I'm beyond beautiful. I'm beyond beautiful. And I'm beyond beautiful. You are beyond beautiful.
Wow, absolutely amazing. Y'all, didn't she kill it doing it a cappella?
Yes.
That is truly is. Not many people can do that at all. So hats off to you. Amazing job. Thank you so much for your beautiful rendition of the Beyond Beautiful song. I hope that that's giving you all the energy and the boost that we want to continue throughout this entire session and the rest of this event. That was absolutely amazing and beautiful. So thank you so much. So who's ready to get into the panel discussion of this session? I am so excited to get to know these ladies more, what they need to prepare and pursue their dreams. So as a reminder, make sure that you've entered in the giveaway. We will work on dropping the link in the chat throughout this session so that you have an opportunity to enter in. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Miona, who is going to start our questions for our amazing panelists.
Yes, thank you. Ooh, just 2 seconds, sis. Killed that. Ooh. All right, focus. All right, ladies. So we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of today, the heart and meat and soul of our panelists, and just how we can really support each other. One of the big themes in Beyond Beautiful is all of the co-authors in Volume 2. We really discuss our greatest dreams and things that we are, looking forward to, and some of our goals. For example, myself. In our bio, we talked about wanting to be a physician. That is one of my big goals, and also being a big scientist with my own lab. So, Lamara, what are some of your greatest and biggest dreams that you had?
Hi, everyone. So, me personally, since I'm still really young, I've just started to become a teenager. I have thought about a lot of things like medical school, business type stuff, real estate. I've thought about everything around the globe, but I've just personally been trying to slowly learn about things and see what just most pops out to me and just figure out what I want to do in life and what my dreams may be. So I'm still kind of thinking about it, but I'm getting somewhere, so that's good.
That's awesome. It is definitely a process with your dreams as you develop. So you are on the right track. Trinity?
Hi, everyone. My biggest dream is to become a well-renowned vet and eventually open my own pet shelter. And yeah, I want to go to college for animal science and then eventually, go off into that field.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. And then Kennedy, what are some of your greatest dreams?
Some of my greatest dreams, I would like to go to college for biology and eventually become a physician assistant. A lot of the time I know like it takes hard work and stuff like that. So I just dream to become a physician assistant and help other people.
That is awesome. We got some big dreams in here. I love it. I love it.
Huge
And now,
dreams, huge dreams.
yes.
Okay, so there is no doubt that as you're on your journey, you will face obstacles. That's just the reality of embarking on big things, right? So, what have been some of the biggest obstacles in your way as you reach your dreams, and what do you feel as young Black women you need to feel supported? Lamara, I'll start with you.
So for me, I said before, I'm still pretty young, so it's just always kind of been hard for me because, like, I'm still learning a lot of things and I'm still just trying to weave my way through school and, just keep on learning and getting better and trying to focus on, like, my future outside of school, but also in school when it comes to my learning because, sometimes that can be complicated because you're trying to balance your learning and education with trying to figure out what you want to do and stuff outside of school and things that you may hear from other people or just you personally, mentally that you're dealing with yourself. So, I have just, I've had a lot of help, my mom and my family and my friends and even people from school, they've been there for me and it's always been nice because I know that I can do this and I know that I have a lot of people that will be there for me while I continue this path that I'm on.
Awesome. I love that you have identified your support network and you realize that you need them sometimes to lean into, throughout your journey. So that's awesome. Kennedy, would you mind going next?
Yeah. So I think some things that have been kind of hard along the way is just like finding myself and knowing who I want to be and being confident in the person that I am. Like I feel like the easy part, well for me school I feel like has always been easy. Like it has always just come so easy to me. So the academic part, I'm not worried about. The social part, I'm not really worried about either. It's more like finding myself and who I want to be.
Yeah, and that's very real, Trinity. I know even as an adult, we still struggle sometimes with finding out exactly who we want to be, where we want to go. But the thing is that it's an ever changing thing, and that's okay, to change directions at any point in your life. So thank you for sharing. And Trinity, what are some obstacles that you faced along your journey, and what do you feel you need to feel supported along the way?
Some obstacles I faced was first of all, my with me wanting to be a vet, my mother hates animals. So it's kind of hard to really be able to be in an environment with animals all the time when my mother does wants to have nothing to do with them. So that's one obstacle. Another one is also being determined enough and to actually want to be in school for that many years, because I know for the field I want to be in, I need 4 years of regular school, then 4 years of vet school, which is a lot of time and effort and energy. But once I learned, like, it's just like the long run, I have to look at the bigger picture. It was kind of like I could do that. It's gonna go by fast. So it's just me kind of in my head, like second guessing myself, like, oh, do I really want to do this? Am I really that um am I really that, in love with this idea of me being a vet where I'd be willing to do that many years of school? And yeah, I feel like a way I feel supported is groups just like this, like uplifting other Black women, other Black young ladies, that it's just a little community, because we know that in the world we live in today, it's like we don't get the shine that we actually deserve because we're like Black, and then we're a woman on top of that, which is we're really overshadowed. And it's just like small little groups like this really helps like uplift me and keeps me motivated.
Thank you so much for that comment, Trinity. We're just so I'm just staring here looking at y'all, just so happy in my heart. Just seeing those seeds of excellence inside of you. You guys are already doing some fabulous and amazing things, but just looking how bright your futures are despite adversity, it just brings us so much joy. And that's why we're having these spaces like this to just let you know that no matter what people say, no matter how much hard times come or people try to distract you from your dreams, don't give up. Everybody who's in the chat, all of our people who are out here in the chat, especially our adults out here, I want you to put that in the chat to never give up, just so these young ladies can just feel all the love and support. They just opened up to us out of their hearts about their dreams. And I need y'all to put some positive affirmations in the chat. All right. Because all of us are dependent on you to reach those goals. But let me go to the next question. The theme of this panel is Black Girl Excellence. And so I just want to know from you all's personal opinions, what does Black Girl Excellence mean? I want to hear it from you. Everybody in the world has their own definitions, but we want to hear from you. What, in your opinion, what does Black Girl Excellence mean? And how about we start with you, Lamara, then we'll go to Trinity, then Kennedy.
Hi again. So for me personally, just like knowing that I am an African American girl who lives in the world that we live in now, the new time, even then there things are worse, but like there's a lot of stuff going on, and I know that I have to be true to myself and not just not to other people. Like know like my worth and who I am, and what I can be, and what I'm capable of. Just subtracting all of the badness and the bad things people say and all of the bad stuff that goes on and people that want to do and want to put you down and say that you're not good enough. It shouldn't matter to you because you know that you are capable of doing anything that you put your mind to. You are beautiful inside and out. And it's not always just what people see on the outside either. It's really what matters on the inside, which is why it's always important to, never judge when you first see somebody because you never know what's in their hearts or their goals or their dreams or what they've been through or what they are going through, which is always important to, pay attention to that and really know that you are worth it and you are worth everything. You are worth 1,000 times more than anything.
Thank you. That's so fabulous, Lamara and Trinity. Thank you. Thank you, Lamara.
My definition is basically defying all odds. Like basically what she was saying as well. Like don't let what other people think or other people's perspectives on you, or just because you're a Black woman that you can't do this, this, and this. Like just defy all odds and just prove people wrong and don't listen to outside noise and just focus on your path. And it's just how should I put this? It's just, being you and basically just fulfilling what you want to do without listening to, oh, you can't do this because you're a woman, you can't do this because this, and this. It's just focusing on yourself and doing what makes you happy and makes you feel like, yeah, powerful.
Yes, I love that. Defying all odds. And you just really are speaking to my heart right now and to the audience too. So thank you so much. That was a fabulous reflection. And what about you, Kennedy?
I think Trinity and Lamara had really, really good descriptions. And I would just like to add on like being confident in yourself and just like knowing that you don't have to live up to other people's expectations of you. But if you like follow your own goals and your set list of what you want to do with your life and how you want to live it, that's your own personal excellence. Like you shouldn't let other people define your excellence or like a certain standard of who you should be. So just you living up to the goals that you set for yourself. I would say that's Black girl excellence.
Yes, girl. I love that. I love that. You guys are getting me fired up over here. But I'm going to stop and I'm going to hand it over to Mignona for the next question.
Man, these youngins, all this wisdom. I'm like, I need a notebook to be reminded. So, with our next portion, what motivates you to keep going when times get tough? We know we have those tough times. Our panelists have kind of mentioned that, just being a black girl living in America in these times, repeating some parts of history that we do not portray to be, is just not good. Right? So it's what do you do in those difficult times? What do you do to stay motivated and stay uplifted? Kennedy, I want to start with you.
During those times, like where everything gets tough, I just kind of remember where I want to be. Like I kind of look at the people around me and just lean on them for support. But then at the same time, I'll sit back and think, like, where do I want to be in this stage of my life and like in the future? So then I'm like, okay, well, I know that I have certain goals. So I know I have to work hard and keep pushing even when it's tough. Because if it was just easy, then everybody would do it. Or if it was easy, then there would be nothing special or nothing unique about your journey and your road. So I just know, like, even the hard things, I just have to keep going because that's what makes me unique. That's what makes me special.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Kind of recap that for everyone in the chat, but leaning on your support and keeping the vision, writing that vision and making it plain and staying the course is so important. That's awesome. Trinity, how do you stay motivated, hon?
I feel like my biggest motivation is first of all my grandma, because she came from literally nothing. Like her parents didn't have really anything, and she came up to be like a teacher for years and years and years, and then created a great family, very secure and stable. And then also my mother, she motivates me because I feel like my mom, she's just so like powerful, and like I don't know. It's just something about my mom, and I always looked up to her, and I feel like she's doing so great to be like a single mother of three girls in this time. And it's just so like I want to be just like her when I get older. And another thing that motivates me is basically what Kennedy said as well, was just picturing where I want to be and then keeping that in my head to be like, oh, in order to get there, I need to do this, this, and this. In order to get there, I can't slack. I can't just sit here and do nothing. Like I have to do this so that I can make what I want for myself come true. I can't just sit on a log all day and then expect things to happen.
Awesome. Awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you, Trinity, so much for sharing. That is so true. Some people also have pointed that out, black women, black mothers, grandmothers. We salute you just in this moment right now, because for a lot of us, we wouldn't be able to be where we are in our journey or even be here without you. So just a little shout out there. And then Lamar, what are some things that keep you motivated when you're going through your difficult times?
Hi. So I think that just like really truly remembering that like not just focusing on the hardness of the path and just like the difficultness and the days you don't want to do anything or you just are really struggling mentally. You just got to remember that it'll always, in the end, it'll end up being a bigger outcome than you expected. It'll be even better than, how the path has been, no matter how hard it's been. And, also my mom, she's always there for me. She's always trying to, like make me feel more positive and tell me that, always remind me that there's always a bigger outcome, there's always the chance that, things will always, get better if you really, really try and put your mind to it. So that's a lot of things that I do try and remember, that keep me uplifted and keep me pumped up and going. So
Well, you are uplifting me just with your strength and your power. These young ladies here are so resilient and strong. Let's just give them some more love in the chat because I'm really just feeling the words that you're saying, and we are here to support you, and we love you guys so much. We're wrapping up, so we only have two more questions, but these last two are extremely important, and we really want to hear from you for these last questions. Beyond beautiful means that a girl is not just what people see on the outside, because all of y'all are looking fierce and fabulous and beautiful all right now. I'm just looking at all this beautiful melanin popping and just looking so beautiful. So we look good on the outside, but our true beauty and power is on the inside, especially as young Black women. So the question is, what are some things that you wish people knew about you that they cannot see from the outside? What's one thing you wish people knew about you that people can't see just on the outside? And let's start with Trinity.
Something I wish people knew about me, grade wise, is that top 10% of my class. So it's not, like you said, it's not just the outside. That we have some brains up here. And another thing, I'm very family oriented. So that's something like I really hold dear in my heart, like my family. So those are the two things I would say.
I love that, Trinity, and congratulations. Keep up the good work for that. And we are so proud of you. What about you, Lamara, especially being a young Black woman, and you're right here in Madison, where I'm at, and I know there's a lot of things that our young Black ladies face, especially in the school systems, and people can often judge you just by looking at you on the outside. But what is something you wish people knew about you that they cannot see from the outside?
I mean, some people might already know this, but I like sometimes when people meet me, they like can see that like I'm a very determined person. I always just like really try and make sure that I'm like trying to put myself up there and like really trying to do my best as possible I can. Always trying to make sure I'm doing stuff on time, getting stuff done, and being ready. And I'm also an Avid, which I think some people know, but I'm an Avid Tops, which is like it teaches you a lot about college and gets ready for that, and like it's a lot of good stuff that you have. And I've been there since seventh grade, I think, sixth or seventh grade. So
Yes, that is so fabulous. Keep up the great work with Avid and all of the other things you're doing. And Kennedy, what can people, what do you wish people knew about you that they can't see from the outside?
I wish that people knew like my determination, and I just feel like a lot of times a lot of people know I'm a hard worker because like sometimes if I can't go, hang out with my friends, they know I'm busy. Like all of my friends, they'll be like, "Oh, you're always busy, you're always doing something." Or like if I'm just running around, like, because a lot of the time I overstress myself for no reason, so I kind of would seem a little bit like running around and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm very determined to do everything. Like with everything that I do, I just put 100% into it, or at least try to put 100% into it. So like a lot of people that I hang around with, they know I'm a hard worker, but I feel like determination is something separate that I wish people knew about me.
I I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that determination. I'm feeling it. And we're so proud of you all. I'm gonna turn it over to Jade for the last question of our panel.
I am just so upset that this is the last question of this session. It's been amazing. You all have just poured into me during this panel, so I just wanted to take a moment to say that. And I see a lot of you all saying you all have been motivating them. So yes, thank you for sharing. The last question that we have for you is talking about the theme of this year's Black Women's Wellness Conference, which is Black Women Deserve. So my question as we close up this panel for you all is, what do you think that Black women deserve? And I will start with Trinity.
I think Black women deserve everything. I feel like anything they put their mind to, anything that they want, they deserve it. I feel like we don't get told that a lot of times. So I feel like there shouldn't be a limit to what you should be able to get or what you may want. I feel like everything is out there, so everything is in your reach to be able to get.
Yes, I love that. Everything is out there, so everything is in your reach. Trinity, you need to put that on a t-shirt ASAP. Okay, Lamara, what about you? What do you think that Black women deserve?
I kind of think the same thing that Trinity does, but I think Black women deserve everything. They deserve to be treated like queens, and they deserve to be treated like no other. They deserve to be appreciated. They deserve to have the utmost respect to, and they just deserve to be all that. So that is what I think they deserve.
Absolutely. Thank you. And Kennedy, what do you think that Black women deserve?
I agree 100% with Trinity and Lamara. I just feel like Black women deserve to just be treated equally. Like, there's no reason for it not to be. And, like, I think they just deserve to be respected and have the same joy as everyone else there, share the same laughter that everyone else can share. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you
Woo!
all for being so awesome and transparent and authentic. You all have really just dropped gems in, I'm sure, all of our lives today. So we appreciate you, Lamara, Trinity, and Kennedy for joining us. So I think it's time to announce our giveaway winners. I'm going to pass it over to Dr. Jasmine for that.
Yes, so this we're want to just thank the Foundation for Black Women's Wellness for having this phenomenal Black Women's Wellness Day. Let's send some claps up in the chat and shout out to Lisa and her entire team for just pouring into the community, pouring into the lives of Black women and girls all around the world. We have people on here from Kenya and all over. So shout out to Lisa and everyone. The prizes that are getting ready to be given away are on behalf of the Foundation for Black Women's Wellness. And also, we want to give a special shout out and thank you to our sponsor for today as well, A Fund for Women. So thank you so much. And so I believe I'm going to hand it back over for you all to actually read off the prizes. Mignona is going to read the giveaway winners.
Yes. So our winners are Lisa Banks, Carolyn Rump, Latoya McMurphy, Tamika Mendy, Tara Brewster, Yvette Armstrong, um, Rondeno, and then Tracy Daniel. So congrats to everyone who has won. Our prizes are courtesy of the Honey Pot Company, which is a Black woman and funded and run company owned by the CEO, Bea Dixon. And she will also be joining us tomorrow for a powerful session on Black business. Get the money, equity in our economy. Here, yes. So all of your winners, there will be a representative that will reach out from the foundation to connect you to your prize. So thank you guys for, entering the raffle.
Yes, congratulations to all the winners. And I'm so excited. We have been, I'll never forget the time where I connected with Lisa and I pitched her. I said, Black Women's Wellness Day is fabulous, but we need a session for the teen girls. And I feel like that was about 7 years ago. She was like, okay, well, just if you plan it, we can do it. So I planned it so fast and we've been doing it ever since. And it's just an honor and a privilege to be able to be in this space. And I just want to thank Lisa for believing in me and allowing us this space to pour into our teen girls. When we're in person, the prize giveaway is always so fun. We got prizes flying around. So even though we are not in person together, we hope you enjoy the prizes. And it's just a small token of our appreciation to let you know that you deserve this and so much more. And so we're wrapping up. Our time is done. And we'll just have quick closing reflections. I'm gonna turn it over to Jade, Mignona, and then I'll finish it out. Just some quick closing reflections before we end our day today. But before they give their closing reflections, let's just give one more hand to our fabulous co-hosts. I didn't even really even need to be here. Jade and Mignona, they just always hold it down, and I love them so much. So I'm so proud of you and of you guys and love you.
All right. So sad it's coming to an end. So for my closing remarks, I just wanted to read like a couple sentences just from the ending of my chapter, just to leave y'all with some encouragement. So my final words of encouragement for you are to keep going and never give up. Remember, you are special, you are unique, lovely, precious, strong, chosen, and forgiven. And believe that we believe these things about you. The Beyond Beautiful team believe these things about you, and you are not alone in your journey or your fight. So reach out to someone, drop in the chat that we support, because we are all here together, and every person is a piece of the puzzle. So you are beyond beautiful, and thank you.
I love that, Mignona. Thank you for the beautiful closing remarks. I'm just going to throw what I prepared out the window because these amazing panelists and my co-hosts have just moved me. I know sometimes as Black women, Black professional women, sometimes we find it hard to find a reason to keep going. And we struggle with, getting through our days or our hours sometimes, but just seeing these amazing young women with so much wisdom, so much confidence, just not afraid of being authentic, just shows me, and I hope that it has shown you, that our work is not in vain. We are the results of praying grandmothers, praying mothers, people that support us. And that has just shown up and shown out within an hour session. So I am just so happy to have been afforded the opportunity to even sit with these amazing young women, sit with Dr. Jasmine as always, sit with Mignona as always, to facilitate such a needed conversation. We need to have more of this, and I have just truly just been touched. So I am thankful for you all showing up to show support and show up for yourselves, and show up under a common objective. So thank you so much.
All right. So that's going to close it out. Young women who are watching this or watching the replay, you deserve love. You deserve joy. You deserve peace. You deserve riches. You deserve everything, everything, period. Basically, is what is said. We love you so much. It is an honor to be here, and never, ever give up. I knew I wanted to be a doctor ever since I was 5 years old, and I had people speaking life into me. Today, we're speaking life into you. We love you so much, and you deserve. Thank you.
Wow, that was fantastic. Sometimes you don't know what you need until you get it. It has been a thrill to be able to be on the listening end of four amazing young Black leaders, scholars, intellectuals, future professionals. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Dr. Jasmine, the Beyond Beautiful team, and Yona Jade. Thank you to our youth who will come. Not after us, but they are here. They are leading already. They are resilient. They are bright. They are wise. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Kennedy. Thank you, Lamara. Thank you, Joanna. Stay with us on the main stage. DJ Ace is up next.